a lot of people don't really know this. A lot of people do, but so when I was at Florida, the reason I left was actually because of sexual assault case that happened out there. Not with me, but it involved one of my teammates, and I just didn't like the way they handled the whole situation. And so, I just decided to remove myself from it, to say the least. But I mean, when it comes to a topic like that, I really I take it very serious, just because, I have a younger sister.
Yeah.
Our Lord knows if somebody did something to her, it would be, I'd be in jail, to be honest with you.
Of course.
So it's like, I mean, it's definitely a scary situation, just being in the position that a lot of us are in, as athletes. You really don't know anybody's true intentions with you. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I feel like when it comes to women, you definitely gotta. I feel like you just gotta take all the right. You gotta take all the right precautions, bro. You gotta follow the right procedures, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure everything's good, but then at the same time, you don't know what's really going on in their head, bro. So I mean, it's I don't know. That's always been like a crazy situation to me. That's why, me personally, I just stay out the way, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, that's the best way of going about. I don't know if that's the best way of going about it, but that's a way that a lot of people go about it, right? It's just like, I'm just gonna be cool. Like, I'm gonna just stay out the way. But I don't think that we should have to do that, right? I mean, I was blown away when we had a Title IX discussion at Harvard, and they told me that you can also have sexual assault case against you in a relationship, like with someone, if they're not consenting to it. Like, that blew me away. I was like, you still have to go through procedures of consent, even in a relationship. Like, that was like, whoa,
crazy.
Yeah, bro.
And I didn't know that, and I know 99% of the people that I know don't know that, right? And so, like, at what point do we hit an inflection point where, like, we have to, like, educate everyone, so we don't have to be like, I need to just be out the way, like that prohibits you from meeting probably some really great people.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
just because of a few things.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, as far as the education goes, to be honest with you, I mean, it's definitely something that a lot of schools do touch on, but nobody, I feel like it's a conversation that a lot of people are really scared to have, bro. And it's like, it's a real life thing. And I don't know if Mo was here for this, but we had a lady named Brenda Tracy. I love Brenda.
Oh,
she came speak.
She came to Vanderbilt too?
Yeah.
She came.
Yeah, so when my junior year, I participated in the Nike opening, and she came out and spoke. And me and her, I have Brenda's number. Me and her talk every now and then. But she has a foundation called Set the Expectation, bro. And it's like, she just kind of talks about, everything that we're talking about. So she dealt with a very terrible situation, bro. Like, what she went through, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. But she does give us, when she talked to us, at least, I don't know if she did the same thing. It's probably the same speech, but she kind of just told us about taking those right procedures and stuff. Being cautious with who you decide to sleep with. Making sure their true intentions. But I mean, at the end of the day, my mom always told me, and this is kind of like how I carry myself. I mean, don't have sex with a girl if you even think that she would do something to mess up your future. And, that's just kind of how. So when I stay out the way, I don't mean like legit stay out the way, but
no, I know you're not like that.
Whoa,
get away from me.
You know what I'm saying?
I know
like,
you're not like that.
But if I, even if and then I feel like oftentimes, we know for the most part, like, we know a little bit about a girl before we talk to them. So and I feel like a lot of guys kind of just brush it off their shoulder, but. I mean, you got to kind of follow your instincts sometimes too when it comes to stuff like that. So if you do have a bad gut feeling, just always got to go with your gut feeling. So,
well, it's even gotten to the point where high-level actors, and I'm blanking out his name, but the lead in The Matrix, what's his name?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. He's known for when he takes photos with fans, like, women and girls, like, he doesn't even put his arm around there. Have you seen that?
Yeah, well, Keanu Reeves is on a whole different wavelength anyways. That dude's a G. He like gives all his money away. Like, he doesn't, he just does his own thing. He lost his parents really early in some crazy shit. Yeah. And he just is all about just helping people out and giving money away. But so what you saying, that doesn't surprise me. But
yeah, well, because with the whole Me Too thing and everyone in the industry, actors, producers, directors, etc., he kind of just steered in the complete opposite direction. Everyone takes a photo, doesn't touch anybody. And there was like this Twitter thread that was kind of like, not exposing, but it kind of revealed. It was like, hold on, why isn't he touching any of these girls? And like, I think someone asked him in an interview, he's like, yeah, like, I'm trying to stay away from this.
Yeah.
Bro. And the wave too with like celebrities tough. And
it's sad, bro. But I feel him though. I feel him. It's just, there's certain things that we shouldn't have to do, but you just have to do it now. shit sucks, but you just have to do it.
Yeah. I mean, because look at it. Look, and no one knows anything about the Deshaun case, right? Because it's very fresh. But they said it's up to 7. The firm that's representing him say they've got 12 cases to file, and they have an additional 10. So they're claiming they have 22 girls that they're talking to about this right now.
Yeah.
It's wild.
You think he was out there like that?
22.
I mean, that opens a conversation of like
22's a lot.
Someone framing him like.
I mean, you'd be surprised, bro. There's like that Darius Guy situation. I don't. Yeah. I'm big on not speaking on things I don't know truly. Like, I wasn't there to see it, but I mean, I don't think a 70-year-old lady's gonna lie about being assaulted by a college athlete at the time, bro.
Did that tie into the Les Miles thing? Is that why he just got fired from KU? I think like he was covering up some deal. We could look it up, but.
So here's the other thing, like, as an administrator, and this kind of goes back to like the Penn State and Urban Meyer, like what do you do? Like, you basically have this business that you're running, that you have a job, and you're making $3-4 million a year, and you know if this gets out, like, you can't take care of your family, and it's another, like, I mean, I know you guys are college athletes, so like, you don't have a crazy amount of responsibility, but what do you kind of do, right? Like, you're in a really tough situation. It's like $3 or $4 million, or like,
you're talking about if you're a head coach.
If you're a head coach, you find out when your AD.
Well, if you're Les Miles and you tell the administration of what some of your players did, a guy, it's like you're not going to get fired because of his actions.
You might,
if that's what you're suggesting.
I mean, that would be the only reason why I think most of them are afraid. Like, why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't you? Because he's your star running back.
I think it has nothing to do with the coaches being afraid to lose their job. I just feel like there's a lot of coaches who don't care about anything but their job. I feel like that's
understandable, though.
I feel like that's more of the problem. It is understandable, but at the same time, I mean, like I said, I left Florida for a situation like that. Yeah. My coach, he just didn't really care. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. For me, it's just a little bit different because I actually had to. I was put in a situation like that. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, with me personally, I can't stand by somebody who's willing to, who's okay with that, bro. Because I mean, you got to think about it, bro. You had, mom goes to the game. I don't know if you guys have little siblings, little sister or something, but little sister, even older sister, go to the games and stuff, bro. You don't want them around your head coach, like, and he's okay with stuff like that,
Exactly.
I don't know, bro. It's
what I mean by it's understandable. Like, I see eye to eye with you, but I'm big on not putting my standards on other people. So when you look at, a guy like Urban Meyer who covered up the domestic abuse with one of his coaches, or you look at the situation with Les Miles, it's like, who do you have your loyalty to? Like, and it's almost like it's like family, right? Like, I don't know how tight your family is. I don't know how tight you guys with your family, but if Les Miles has his loyalty to his job and to his best running back, you know what I mean? Urban Meyer has his loyalty to the guy that he mentored coming up, who he believes that he sees a better side of, and can turn a blind eye to those situations. But so I'm really just playing devil's advocate. For me, I would definitely fire him, but look at it from
I think there's a line between. I think what you're getting at is believing in second chances. Is that what you're kind of getting to? If you see another side, which I'm a proponent of, but at the same time, if you make a mistake like that at a university, say LSU, a Darius Guy situation, I don't know if you can continue playing at that school representing what that school seeks to represent as a higher education, the whole morality thing, LSU, and this is what we stand for in the community and all this stuff, right? You can see the dissonance between what one of your players does representing your university on Saturdays in front of, whatever, tens of millions of viewers.
But you have a really good moral code, right? When it comes down to it, what's it about? It's about the economics. That guy that you put on the field that wins that game against Alabama, he produces you more money than the situation, if that makes sense, if you were to monetize that situation. But now
looking back at it for Les Miles,
it wasn't worth
the risk?
It totally wasn't worth it.
Well, no. So I burn bleed orange. I bleed burnt orange. Excuse me. And LSU's like my second team.
What?
I bleed burnt orange.
Texas?
UT.
Yes, sir.
UT. He's from Austin.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they said that.
But there's a little bit of purple and gold in there floating around. I didn't know about this recently with KU. it's not that because he covered up that situation. He's got allegations against him. Look at this: texting female students, taking them to his condo alone, making them feel uncomfortable, and at least one occasion kissing a student and suggesting they go back to her hotel room, where he could help her with her career, allegedly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a tough deal when your head coach is doing that.
That power,
power trip.
It is, and it starts in college. You know what I mean? It starts from an early age. It was those habits. Honestly, it's funny. I don't want to get in that conversation, but my dad always talks about like, if you're gonna be a hoe at 16, you're gonna be a hoe at 35. Like, for real. like it doesn't, like, I know, like a ring doesn't change it. You know what I mean? Like nothing changes your behavior except, a choice.